It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Brandon Ayuk. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in
It's the nightcap to a big Christmas day full of football. The Ravens and the Niners. Off we go from Santa Clara. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver one, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Play action. It's Jackson. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They go play action with Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, It's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Tucker's kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Purdy looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Purdy will set up to throw it here. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Samuel going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Robbie Chosen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, ask for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here's Purdy.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it. Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing is Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again is Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the screen.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Purdy's throw going to be taken in by Ayuk.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got room.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
In motion right, Debo. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Now Purdy.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Fights through, and now a crease. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now a dump off here complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Purdy now to throw.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And that will be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense. Picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's three for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 15 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Throwing here, Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 5, a minute 8 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson.
Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jackson to throw. A swing pass here to Edwards.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Jackson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they start some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense. Every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one